We're delighted to welcome Voodoo and the Crypts to Totally Wired. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
All
very
good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for
good.
coming down. Thanks for performing that session for us. Pretty much a full-ish band.
Yeah, so we're a little bit stripped back, aren't we? We're a little bit stripped back, actually. So we've. I'm not playing the full setup that we would have live, but yeah, it's quite nice to actually play the tunes a bit more relaxed. But yeah.
Because it's an exciting time for you guys, because you're back, basically.
Yes, yeah.
Was it nearly 3 years since you last released a single? And you come back
it's gone like that, but yeah.
It's been a long time, like, especially since we've gigged.
Yeah.
We had our first gig in probably about 3 years. Last weekend, yeah. And yeah. I don't think we were too rusty, to be fair. It feels natural, like...
Considering, at least.
Considering, yeah.
Lose it.
Yeah.
Was there a long time where you weren't playing together? Obviously, pandemic and stuff, yeah, you couldn't, but were you still a band, or was it...
Yeah, we were still a band. I think there was probably a period where everyone couldn't meet up, where we weren't playing together. I think as soon as we could meet up, we pretty much were. We started sort of writing music together. It started over online, didn't it, really? Like, it started back up online where we started writing together. And then they got into rooms and started actually writing some, properly getting some tunes together.
It never really fully stopped, did it? We had like a bit of a period where we were kind of all like, what are we going to do now kind of thing. But yeah, we kept it going, and then as soon as we could kind of start playing together again, we were like back in the room. And yeah, we kind of tried to take it a bit more, ease back into it, and just kind of enjoy doing it again. Because it's after so long of not being able to do it, it was just good to kind of get back and just play together and enjoy it, I think.
Yeah, and I think during lockdown, I'm sure everyone found this with certain things, but you kind of realise what you enjoy about things and what's important and what isn't important, and what maybe you weren't enjoying as much before. And I think that we all sort of had that experience and came at it with a much better mindset this time round. And if the music that's come out of it for us is kind of shining that through, that message.
Definitely.
Through.
Yeah, like, I think, like, it's a common thing with, like, bands where, like, you get too focused on kind of, like, the wrong things, or you're kind of getting stressed out about things or whatever. I think having some time away, like, we're just here for the good vibes now,
And the good vibes with Down to the Water, which you've just released.
Yeah.
And you just played for us. Talk to us about that track.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's one that's actually that was one of the first songs that we sort of started working on.
It was the first fresh one, wasn't it?
Yeah, like the first fresh song that we've kind of, like, made since our little sort of, cooling off period in the pandemic, I guess.
That one actually started with Jordan. You kind of chucked the idea in the chat, and we all sort of jumped on it straight away, and we're like, yeah, we're loving this.
Yeah, obviously our writing process had changed a lot over COVID, so it's kind of a case of we'd make ideas individually at home, wouldn't we? And then kind of just shoot them over to each other.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that one started.
Yeah, and it just felt like the right tune to sort of kick it all off again. It just really worked.
Yeah.
Paved the way for, like, a lot of the other ones we've kind of got now. Kind of a bit more of that, like, kind of soulful sound, I think.
So are you sitting on more tunes that are ready to go?
Oh yeah, plenty more. We're dying to get more out as well. We do have another one coming out very soon. We haven't actually announced it yet, but
it's coming out in 2 weeks, so
yeah.
16th of September.
Which will probably be out then by the time that this interview is out.
There we go, yeah.
Exciting.
So yeah, another tune will be out, and I think we're planning to, next year for sure, putting out a big bunch of work. So it should be an exciting year ahead. Yeah.
And that other track you played for the session, is that the single, or is that just another track?
That is another track that is probably going to be a single. I don't think we've actually decided yet, but we love the track so much that it's either going to be a single or potentially on an EP.
Well, lovely. It's good to have you back, guys. Really, really excited to have you back. Always been a big fan, and so it was really nice to see it come back out. Voodoo and the Crypts. So,
Thanks for having us.
And thanks for that session. Really lovely session. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you for having us.
Cheers.